ARK Invest's new Bitcoin monthly report is out, and I'm here to give you my takeaways and break it down for you and give you the best parts of the information. Plus, I'm going to go ahead and make some side commentary as well on the claims and the metrics that they go over here for Bitcoin. Hello, my name is Cody the Coin Raptor, and we're going to go ahead and get started as part of my ongoing series on the Bitcoin monthly report. Now, again, this is for February, as of February 28th, 2023. So we're going to get right into it. So we start here with the summary screen, and they're basically saying that Bitcoin right now is at a 200-week moving average, which is critical resistance. And again, this is back in February. And on top of that, they talk about the fact that it's trading above the market cost basis, aka the realized price, which is 19,850, and the fact that it's found support right there. They also point out the fact that there's been some strong macro uncertainty, and that's something that we're going to talk about here towards the end of the report. And so now they go ahead and talk about the Bitcoin metrics and specifically long-term valuation, short-term valuation, and market sentiment, all of which are bullish in their opinion. It's going to be interesting to see what things have changed between February and March, and I will be doing a similar video on the March Bitcoin report. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel so you can go ahead and see that as well. Now, we're also going to go down here and get into the stable holders and increased network activity. So what they pointed out here is that they've outlined some very important areas of both support and resistance for Bitcoin. These are areas that I've talked about quite a bit myself, but they say that at 25,120, the 200-week moving average acted as resistance for most of February. So that's likely, and that is, as I've said before, the key to the bull market. Bitcoin has to push above that 25K level in order to really show us that the bear market is over. And they've also pointed out here that it is previously found support at the realized price or the market cost basis. And they also point out the fact that the 200-day moving average are about the same area. They've both acted as support. The next screen shows the short-term holder SOPR right now, and they're basically come out and say that it has held above that 1 or 100%, and that signals that they are in profit. So again, short-term holders are classified as wallets who have held Bitcoin for at least 155 days. This is something I've talked about a lot on my other videos. So we have, for the month of February, short-term holders being in profit and long-term holders not being in profit. So they have yet to realize profits, and they're below that one dotted line. They also talk here about ordinals and specifically what the launch of the ordinals protocol has actually done for Bitcoin. So they're basically coming out and saying the fact that the Bitcoin mean block size increased 20% in February, confirming that inscriptions are boosting demand for block space and generating fees and compensating miners for securing the network. So we've talked previously about the launch of this ordinals protocol and what it means for Bitcoin. And for me, what that means is that you have another use case now for the Bitcoin blockchain. Not only is it a store of value and a means of transacting, but you also have NFTs on the platform as well. Now, go ahead and talk about the fact that Paxos ended their relationship with Binance. So BUSD and Binance have basically broken up at this point. They show the top 3 stablecoins here in this chart. And as we can see, BUSD has taken a big tumble from where it was in November to where it is currently in February. And you can also see that the USDT, so Tether, has cannibalized some of that, and it seems like USDC is also going down as well. So it looks like mostly USDT has benefited from that. Now they're going to go ahead and talk about the macro. So the macro, largely speaking, is bearish. They keep talking about the fact that there's going to be some indicators showing possible recession. First, we start off here with what they call the M2 velocity. So after basically falling M2 has shot up dramatically, showing that the money supply has gone up, and this is raising the fears for inflation or continued inflation in ARK's view. And then we go ahead and take a look at the deceleration in personal consumption expenditures. So a shift in the PCE momentum can signal that consumers are becoming less confident about their financial situation and will continue to retrench. So this is a gauge widely of consumer sentiment, and consumer sentiment has come back down again. That also leads toward the idea that there's going to be a recession in the next year, year and a half. And then they also go ahead and point out the fact that the long-term treasury yields have gone up dramatically, and that kind of presents itself as both an inversion of the yield curve, which has been interpreted as a recessionary signal, and it also means that there's increased competition for assets in general, because people can go and buy, a 5% treasury yield or a 4% treasury yield instead of buying stocks or instead of buying crypto. They can go and buy those instead, and it kind of takes away from those other assets. All right, so in summary, this report shows that back in February, Bitcoin had difficulty getting above the 200-week moving average and has used the realized price as support. Short-term holders were in profit and long-term holders were in loss. The launch of Bitcoin Ordinal shows yet another use case with the Bitcoin blockchain and are clear drivers of demand. However, the macro picture continues to be challenging for Bitcoin. The money supply is increasing and risks of recession loom over the Bitcoin price. Plus, rising treasury yields are strong competition for investors, and crypto faces additional macro challenges in the short term. This report overall is bullish on Bitcoin itself, but bearish on the macro picture. All right, so that's all I've got for you guys today. If you guys like this content, let me know. Like, subscribe, and go ahead and leave a comment. Be sure to follow me on Twitter for the most up-to-date information. This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and I hope to catch you guys on the next video.